HasLabs won't work, but this could. What's up, everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today on Figure It Out, we're going to be making our official pledge push towards getting Black Series made-to-order items or, the like.
Yeah, like similar things that Hasbro has done with other toy lines. We're going to officially start our campaign, so we hope everyone else will join in with us and show your support for this idea.
Before we jump into that, though, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel.
Odin. It's the thing that keeps me up at night, this Odin figure.
You love this Odin figure.
He's from that one Marvel comic book.
Yeah, but this is a Marvel Legends figure.
Yep.
That recently was released and sort of was kind of like a new pricing tier for Marvel Legends. I mean, they've dabbled in higher priced items before, but this was like a $60 big figure. And like they kind of marketed it like, oh, it's so big. That's why it's the price that it is.
Yeah. And of course, it does come with some nice accessories as well. Not familiar with, the accessories of the character at all. But the reason this figure keeps me up at night is because I've just been imagining, like, what would a Black Series version of this release be?
Yeah.
And, a month or so ago, we did have a Hasbro rep in the chat asking us about, like, would you guys be down for a figure like this or a figure like that? And he was kind of a bigger character and, alt heads and stuff like that. And ever since then, I feel like we've really honed in on this idea for big figs in the Black Series. And what we mean by that is bigger characters, but also might be a little more complex to engineer as well.
Yeah.
Because of their size.
Right. Something that also, is a unique sculpt as well. So it would have essentially zero reuse. And we've talked about this quite a bit on the channel recently, especially last week's video where we controversially stated that Black Series HasLabs won't work.
Yeah. But we have yin and yang.
True.
So today it's like the mirror episode.
Right.
To that one.
Because we really do think that this could be the future of the Black Series, at least in terms of like deluxe items or like, dream projects, so to speak, since it seems like we're never going to get another HasLab again.
Right. So we do have a few of our own options, but we, of course, would love to hear in the comments down below what kind of ideas you guys have. Just something that they would realistically do, something that's reasonable, in that $50, $60 range, $40, $50, $60. Because I'm kind of comparing it to that Odin figure. Our first idea is Pong Krell.
Yeah, and I think that would be like the no-brainer choice to like start
super popular
something off like this. Highly demanded character for a very long time. Obviously would be a character that would be a one and done. He's huge, unique sculpt. You couldn't even make Dexter Jetster out of him. Let's be real. They're the same species, but look totally different.
Completely different design. And I just imagine the engineering with like the 4 arms and the double-bladed lightsabers. Unique alien. He's bigger. He's not like huge, but he's bigger.
Yeah, he's definitely someone that would be like beyond, I think, what they would consider a deluxe figure.
Because obviously what Hasbro considers deluxe...
Wrecker?
Boba Fett?
0.5 centimeter taller characters?
Right. So we don't really mean regular deluxe either. This would definitely be like a super duper deluxe.
Yeah, but go all out, do some really nice articulation, really load up those details. We've even, had discussions like alternate heads, maybe some alternate hands, stuff to actually give the figure a little bit more personality. I would be all for something like that.
100%. A few of our other ideas, Dirge, 2D Clone Wars, another beloved character, and he's pretty huge.
Oh yeah, especially in 2D Clone Wars, very stylized. He's pretty large in that. They could do the other bounty hunter version, which is a little bit
Yeah.
smaller, but yeah, I think I would want the Tartakovsky big one.
With the speeder and the lance.
It might as well at that point. And then you might as well give us the black IG droids with the pointy heads.
Just go absolutely buck wild with it. Ninth Sister is another. Those three are like the real big popular three with us, like between you and I. Imperial lightsaber wielding character. She's huge.
Inquisitor. So
Yeah.
we're pretty close to having all of the Inquisitors, at least as of right now, even though they continue to make up more and more Inquisitors as time goes on. So it would be nice to just get her into the fold as well, since we have so many of the Inquisitors.
Yeah.
So it would make sense. And also, obviously, prominent villain in the Jedi Fallen Order / Survivor games. So, yeah.
She's big, and I like the visor, and I like the red lightsaber.
Mm-hmm. She's also cool in Darth Vader comic, too.
True. Very true. Spider-Leg Maul, I kind of threw that one in there last minute as well.
I think this is a good pick, though, and I think I would honestly pick this up. It would be a cool piece to see, just, based on it would have to be pretty large. I mean, Spider-Leg Maul is big. Get some crazy articulation going in the legs.
Yeah, because there's like so many different legs, and like, I'm kind of thinking of like the probe droid, how it has so many different legs, and each leg has like a different point of articulation, like 3 or 4 different points.
Mm-hmm.
I could see that going stupid crazy. So I'd throw that into the mix as well. But really, a bigger point of this video is that they have different routes that they could take in which they release these. So I would like to go through a few different avenues that they could potentially follow, and I'm curious what you think the best route for them to go would be. Obviously, Hasbro would know this over anyone, but we have some bullet points here. Made to order. That's one thing they've done. Now, they've done that for the TVC E-Wing, which retailed for $99.99, and they also did it for the Marvel Legends Dragon Man, which was $85. So even an $85 item over at Marvel was a made-to-order item.
Yeah. And Dragon Man was pretty big.
True.
Probably a lot bigger than any of the figures that we've listed. But obviously we'll have to pay that Star Wars tax.
Truth.
For
Very
whatever
true.
the items could possibly be. But obviously this is a great idea. I think we've seen made to order seemingly maybe the way they're going, as there's not too many HasLabs currently at the moment.
Well, right. Except for TVC, obviously.
Yeah, of
But-
course.
TVC always gets it. They get like a HasLab a year at this point.
Yeah,
But-
well, they keep funding, so
Yeah.
But it definitely seems like, in some ways, to me at least, that HasLabs are kind of just backing down in general. So maybe they are just trying to make more of an effort towards just doing the straight made to order.
Yeah. The E-Wing is also sitting in stock, so like I don't really understand that.
Right, and that's kind of you.
Were they joking?
With some other, like limited pre-order runs, like you have here listed for the Boba Fett Palace, also sitting in stock.
You're right.
So it's one of those weird things where it definitely seems like there is a certain degree of marketing gimmick going on. We'll have to see when Dragon Man comes out, if that'll be like something that just sits in stock on Hasbro Pulse or what.
Right. So yeah, as you just mentioned, the limited window pre-order is another avenue they could take, and the main example of that in the world of Star Wars is the Book of Boba Fett / Bib Fortuna's throne room,
Right.
essentially, and you get Fat Bib, and there's like 50-something accessories, and it's this super amazing set. That was $230, right? $230. Limited run pre-order, but again, like you said, it's sitting in stock.
Right. So
That's not really a limited run pre-order.
yeah.
I don't know, man.
I guess the pre-order was limited, but the in-stock is not limited. So maybe that's how they work that gimmick.
Because I'm sure they make a few more for like QC issues or
Right.
people who cancel their pre-orders.
Right.
But some of these things are also going to fan channels. So I'm like, are they really selling these to like they made so many that like Big Bad or like these other fan channels are starting to get them?
Mm-hmm.
Seems a little odd for something that's so limited.
Right. Definitely a little sus.
I think the best avenue for this is making them super duper deluxe, similar to the Odin figure.
Mm-hmm.
But I also see Odin at every Target I go to.
Right.
So maybe just making them fan channel?
I definitely think something like this would either have to be fan channel or exclusive, because these bigger characters I feel like would be niche to like the wider audience.
Yeah.
Your collector or mom child person that is going to Target, going to Walmart, and just like looking at the shelves.
Yeah.
You know, would they necessarily see Dirge or Ninth Sister and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna grab that one? And
Right.
and also when it would be like a $50-$60 figure that easily could sticker shock like a more casual collector.
Right. I would say, yeah, absolutely not. So I'm going to say super duper deluxe, but definitely go the fan channel exclusive route if they were to do these. I mean, I think having these show up in store would be kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the Bloodfin didn't show up in store. I mean, obviously it's Pulse exclusive. Same with the Stap.
Mm-hmm.
I think just having those as their little Pulse exclusives or fan channel exclusives. I mean, if something like this is successful, I'm not really talking creatures in this video. Like, I know a lot of people say Reek, Acklay, Nexu, but those are like huge, and I feel like that's like kind of a lot more expensive than like $50.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, maybe, you know, you could argue Nexu is pretty small, but
The little tiger rat thing.
yeah, but the Reek and the Acklay are genuinely pretty big, and those would probably be somewhere around like $80 to $100 a piece. And at that point, I don't think people would be willing to shell out that kind of money for creatures.
Right. I have a hard time, you know, analyzing the community sometimes.
Well, I don't even know if I would be willing to pay something like that much for those creatures. As cool as they are.
I think I would.
All right. Well, fair enough.
I think I would. Prequel film specific stuff, I'm like,
I mean, it's just like
the Droidica was, you know, $34, and I bought two. So, I mean,
true, but
I don't know.
I feel like Droidica is a little bit more prominent than three creatures that are just in the third, you know, part of the third act of one Star Wars movie.
And it's like, we don't have like Geonosians or anyone like that.
Yeah, they're just oddly scene specific, and we don't really have a lot of other figures to add to the Geonosian arena. So
I feel like Pong, Krell, Dirge, and Ninth Sister, like just those three, I feel like there's such a strong but niche demand for them.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Clone Wars, you know, a Filoni Clone Wars character. We have a 2D Clone Wars character. We have an Imperial lightsaber wielding character, an Inquisitor. I just feel like all three of our picks cover a lot of bases with what's popular in the Black Series community.
Mm-hmm.
And even doing just one of those, which I think Pong Krell is the most likely.
Yeah, definitely seems to have the most amount of momentum.
Right.
Behind
the scenes.
Right. Well, and also just, you know, like when we had that moment a few weeks back on our live stream where generally everyone was like going crazy at the idea for a Pong Krell.
And I guess Pong is on the Lukeness list as well. Mm-hmm. So hopefully it's just already coming. And then if Pong Krell comes out, let's keep that momentum. Because I just don't think it's fair, and I hate saying fair because these are toys, and like we're not owed anything.
Right.
But it's not fair to me that like certain characters are just like, oh, we'll never get to that because they're bigger. Mm-hmm. Like if Marvel can do all these big figs and get their bigger characters, you know, they're more like medium size. You know, they're not Titans or like gargantuan.
Yeah.
They're just bigger. They're big figs, and you know, like McFarlane's like bigger figures in their 7-inch scale, but they do like those like
they literally call those big figs,
right? Like the Joker one from the end of Arkham Asylum or Killer Croc from Asylum. Like those are those are actually two great examples. I want like a comparable to that,
Yeah.
but in Black Series. And I don't think it's right to say like, yeah, we're never getting those just because they're bigger. It's like, nah, you guys can make this work. I feel like they can make it work.
Definitely. And like we've talked about in the past few weeks too, it's easily the perfect time. As of right now, there's, not too much Star Wars media going on, so they really can focus on those other eras that maybe they've been neglecting for a few years because they've had to focus on doing so many new media figures.
Yeah. True.
Now's the time. All I can say is now's the time. We've got more Star Wars around the corner, so this is a real nice sweet spot, and I think maybe we could be seeing something like this in the near future.
I really hope so. And if these work out, let's do like a similar concept but with multi-packs. And that's how we get maybe Glup Shitos that they would never do, or the Max Rebo band that they would never otherwise do. Like, I feel like if they just test the waters with something like this, whether it be made to order or a limited pre-order run or a Pulse exclusive, fan channel exclusive, just something unique but limited, I feel like this could work out. And again, maybe if something like this succeeds, we could see those like larger creatures that everyone wants, like, the Acklay or the Reek or the Nexu or like
Zillo Beast.
Or the Hoga Boga Glup Shito from Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Someone from Discord said that. Like the one with the tongue that comes out and like... Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me get the Hoga Boga Doga man.
So let us know what characters you would like to see, what multi-packs you would like to see. Let's just start brainstorming some ideas on what we would like to actually see from programs like this because, let's face it, as Black Series collectors, we're always looking through the window of Marvel Legends and G.I. Joe, and I'm like, look at all the stuff they're getting. Little vehicles, big characters, average, medium characters, and I'm just like, why can't we get that?
The made-to-order X-Men 97 Sentinel?
Exactly.
Let me get something like that in Black Series. Come on, Hasbro.
Yeah, I would love to just see anything like that. Something like that would totally take our displays to a place they've literally never been before because we do not have larger characters in the Black Series at all. So,
yeah, I wonder what's the largest like character or creature in the line.
I feel like
Wampa
or Tauntaun. It's probably a toss-up between the two. Tauntaun's probably taller.
Jabba's
probably the longest.
Yeah.
But in terms of like most amount of plastic, it's probably Wampa because Wampa's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Tauntaun's hollow but tall.
Yeah.
It's one of those, and then I think Savage is probably going to be like the biggest standard character,
or a Wookiee maybe.
Oh yeah, I forgot Chewbacca's giant ass from Blue Line.
Yep.
Never mind, scratch that last part there. But either way, we'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below, and as always, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. And if you are in a position to help support us directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Definitely check those out in the description down below. And while you're there, check out the link to join our Discord. That's completely free, and all you got to do is make an account, and then you get to be connected with the community. It's a great place to hang out. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement. HasLabs won't work, but this could. What's up, everybody? Nate here from Out of the Basement, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today on Figure It Out, we're going to be discussing... That was a good one.
I was trying to fight it. I was trying so hard to fight it.